I'm scared. By the way, just to expose my tabs right now, I've been this is a creator that I love. His name is Crimson Rogue. He is very well known for having videos that are the length of Zack Snyder movies. Like they require an intermission. But this book review, he doesn't put out videos very often. So when he does, it's like a fucking treat. Mwah. But he put out a video the other day on 365 days, which is thank you. Thank you for your service, Crim. Thank you for your service. Literally, mwah. Literally the best. Also, the entire plot of ACOTAR, so you don't have to read 500 pages. I still read ACOTAR this month, and I still like it. Also, I was watching some more news. I watch some more news every single week. I love some more news. And then here's our Twitch playlist, my list of recipes, and then my YouTube channel. Okay. We are going to begin with, I am not watching any of my privatized videos because I will sooner throw up the food that I just ate. So, we're going to start with my spring TBR list that I made 4 years ago. This was when I had attempted the first time to get into booktube content.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, the camera quality. No. Oh, no. Oh, no, honey, no. Oh, no. Yay, Carrie put out a new video? I found the saddest book ever. And also, Fairy Bridgerton. Oh, my God. Thank God. Thank you for your service. Oh, my God. Look at this. I want to die. Okay. Is that a Keurig next to your bed? Yes. This was before I owned my cats. This was my apartment in Tampa. One of them. Oh no, she got the toxic tapestry. The toxic tapestry above her bed. I still have it. It's on the table over there. This camera quality. It's very bad. Okay.
Happy New Year! I got a new chair. In case you haven't noticed, you might recognize it from the setup in Bulbacraft Studios because I'm watching Ben's chair until he gets back from Australia, so that's why I have it. So what's your New Year's resolution?
I turned up the sound too much. Deep breath.
Until he gets back from Australia, so that's why I have it.
Hold on, let's go back.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy New Year! I got a new chair in case you haven't noticed. You might recognize it from the setup in Bulbacraft Studios.
Was lurking on Dan while doing some stuff. Seems like I'm here now, though. Yes, you are. And we met our first sub goal, so now I'm watching my old YouTube content, all of my public videos, my private videos. I'm not touching because those are worse than this. Quality-wise, they're unwatchable. I can't do it.
Because I'm watching Ben's chair until he gets back from Australia, so that's why I have it. So what's your New Year's resolution? Normally I don't really make them, but this year I decided to try to go with some generic things that I wanted to change for the better, things that I wanted to do more often or less often.
I love the very serious tone in my voice with Kevin MacLeod's like spinning monkeys in the end. In the background. I'm loving the tonal problem that we're having here. Also, it's very bad.
So one of those things is I wanted to read more, because as I've gotten older and as I've transitioned more into my college and professional life, I've gotten away from reading and doing the things that I've loved to do for most of my life. Reading has been one of the things that's been part of my identity since I was really little. As I've gotten older, I've really gotten away from it, and I really wish I didn't. So part of this channel is going to be going in the direction of going towards being a reading channel, because it'll be a way for me to document the things that I read and my reactions to them. So this would be my first spring TBR list. It's really short because I'm going to go easy on myself.
I've been trying to start reading again for like 4 years now.
Because I know that if I try to read too many books, even all at once or even in the same period of time, I'm going to stress myself out. Because
And same thing now. I'm only reading 5 books a month until I get a good rhythm, because I can't be like Chandler Ainsley where she read 52 books in July. Bitch, I can read 5. Okay, this isn't my life. But this TBR list was 3 books long and I got through one of them.
I have a
Spoiler alert.
lot of other things that I need to juggle. I'm applying for a job. I'm the president of an organization. I'm a research assistant.
Okay,
and
girl,
I work
work.
in a museum.
Okay, work.
I've got a lot going on minus my
Bragging.
schoolwork, so I wanted to kind of go easy on myself for the first run.
Yeah, going
now,
easy on
all of
yourself.
these books I own. I'm absolutely positive.
Who did the sound design? It's an absolute atrocity. Who did the fucking sound design? Can we just listen to the trumpets?
I've got a lot going on minus my schoolwork, so I wanted to kind of go easy on myself for the first run. Now, all of these books I own. I'm absolutely positively the worst for this. I will pre-order a book, or I will buy a book as soon as it comes out, but I will not read it until I have the time to do so. So I've had these books.
You can tell that I did not watch these through again and adjust the sound before I posted them. I literally just recorded the video, edited the video, put the sound on, and then that was it. That was it.
For at least a year, and I haven't even picked them up because I've just been so busy and I haven't even thought about it. Without further ado, here is my spring TBR list. The first on this list is Carve the Mark.
The inverted camera. Some things have not changed.
By Veronica Roth. Now, I first read Divergent when...
Oh my god. Do you see, guys, do you see this right here? This. It was a promise ring that my ex-boyfriend gave me. He gave it to me like for our 8 or 9 month anniversary. I bought it in the Magic Kingdom at the Pandora stop, the Pandora shop in Magic Kingdom at Disney. And it had 3 flowers on it because he wanted to buy me a ring, but he didn't want it to look like an engagement ring. Yeah, it was from Pandora. I went to my friend's house and I washed my hands in the kitchen sink and I took the ring off and left the ring there. And I never went back for it. That should have been my note that the relationship was never going to last, because that ring has been in my friend's possession ever since. And this was 4 or 5 years ago.
And I was a sophomore in high school, and I absolutely loved it. I've read the first Divergent book, I think, 3 or 4 times now, because every time a new
Divergent
movie would
girly,
come out,
okay.
I would try to reread the series. So I read it once, and then I read it before the movie, and then I read it again before Insurgent, and then I read it again before...
I'm sorry, I have to turn down the desktop audio because I feel like I'm frying your ears. But anyway, we're going to go back so we could roast myself.
I loved it. I've read the first Divergent book, I think, 3 or 4 times now, because every time a new movie would come out,
We get it, you're a
I would try to
stan.
reread the series. So I read it once, and then I read it before the movie, and then I read it again before Insurgent, and then I read it again before Allegiant. So I think I've read it 4 times now, and it's been my favorite of the entire series. And I'll get into all that later when I reread it a 5th time for another segment on this channel.
I still want to do that, by the way. No tea, no shade. to myself.
But I picked up this book when it came out. I think I pre-ordered this book for my 20th birthday. Actually, I did. I sent myself this book. I pre-ordered it from Barnes & Noble, and then I sent it to myself, and it was delivered the day before my 20th birthday last year.
I did do that.
And it was like a birthday present to myself, and I had completely forgotten about it. So when it arrived, I was like, oh, look, a birthday present from myself.
I never finished this book, but everybody's reactions to it told me that it was racist. This book was bad, and it was racist. So I never finished it, and I'm glad I didn't. However, I wish I knew that it was racist before I pre-ordered and bought a signed copy of the sequel that I still own on my bookshelf. I've thought about reading it just for shits, but like the representation of POC in this series was not good, to say the least. The evil people were also the dark-skinned people. So Veronica Roth, you were wrong for this.
Like 5 months ago. I have not even, oh my god, I even have like the order still in here.
It's still in the book.
I have the message in here. Oh my god, I wrote myself a message. I ordered this book on August 12th, 2016.
Loving that lipstick, girl. What lipstick is that?
The message says, pre-ordering yourself books is a birthday present to yourself. Loser. Dicks out for Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe? Dicks out for Harambe? No, not Harambe.
It's crystal fucking weed. Stop, loser. Dicks out for Harambe. Legalize crystal fucking weed.
Legalize crystal fucking weed. That was a meme my friend used to say. I don't even know where it came from.
You will never get the suck. Jet fuel can't melt these dank memes.
You will never get the suck. Jet fuel can't melt these dank memes. Please kill me.
That was me in 2016. My memeage has...
That was me in 2016.
...gotten much better.
No, it hasn't. No, girl, stop lying.
I assure you. So I'm really super excited to read this book because let me rephrase that. I like most of what Veronica Roth has ever...
Oh my god, Shantae. Hi, mommy. How are you? Let me give you a quick shout out. DK is not here. Oh my god, thank you so much. David, thank you so much for that follow. Katie, thank you so much for that follow. DK, I'd cringe. The Toxic Squad, let's go. So what were you playing? Paladins. Okay. So we're doing my 12-hour year and a half stream anniversary, and we made it to our first sub goal, which was reacting to my first YouTube content, and it is it's really bad. It's really bad. I said dicks out for Harambe. This was in 20. Have a good one. Thank you. Remember the sun well. Thank you so much. I may be cringe, but I am free. Please. Okay. So this book is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. She wrote the Divergent series, and I loved Divergent. However, Carve the Mark was unfortunately controversial, to say the least. I never even finished it. But I ordered it for myself. I pre-ordered for myself 2 years before I filmed this. This was 4 years ago. The sound design is very bad. I apologize. However,
a birthday present from myself from like 5 months ago.
Yep.
I have not even, oh my god, I even have...
Please listen to this. I'm gonna go walk into traffic.
Like the order still in here. Oh my god, yeah. I have the message in here. Oh my god, I wrote myself a message. I ordered this book on August 12th, 2016. Oh my god. 2016, I ordered this book. The message says, pre-ordering yourself books is a birthday present to yourself. Loser. Dicks out for Harambe. Legalize crystal fucking weed. You will never get the suck. Jet fuel can't melt these dank memes. That was me in 2016. My memeage has gotten much better.
No, it hasn't.
So I'm really super excited to read this book because
I may be cringe, but I am free. No, no, no. Okay, so while we're all here, I have had this idea for a sitcom for the Zillennial generation, for people who were in high school between the years of 2010 to 2016, like the people who are in their mid 20s right now. I want it to be a sitcom where it's Community x The Office vibes, where every person as a character has the personality of a like Tumblr personality. So one of them is the British obsessed girl. She was obsessed with England, not Ireland or Scotland, just England. She was the Anglophile. You have the horse girl. You have the Divergent girly. You have the Hunger Games girly. You have the Team Edward and Team Jacob girlies. You have the Directioners versus the Beliebers girlies. Yeah, I read Divergent in high school too. I read it like 4 times.
Like, let me rephrase that. I like most of what Veronica Roth has
Dibs on the mic. Okay, Pegasisters. What's up, Pegasisters?
ever published. If you want me to get
Hi,
mad
sisters.
about Allegiant, just hit me up in the DMs and we'll get mad about it.
Wait,
If you
what?
want me to get mad about Allegiant, just hit me up in the DMs and we'll get mad about it.
If I get to 20 subs for this, I will react to my old fan fiction. And one of my old fan fictions is a rewrite of the last chapter of Allegiant by Veronica Roth because the book pissed me off so much. I wrote an alternate ending and posted it on fanfiction.net.
I thought to myself, you know, I really liked the first series she put out, so I'll just order the next one. And I'm really excited to read this next.
The inverted camera angle, some things never change.
I think I'm going to be reading this next one first, just because it's got a movie coming out. Spoiler alert! The next book I'll be reading this spring is The Death Cure by
2016, that's the year I graduated. I graduated 2015. I was a 2015 girly.
James Dashner. Yes, I'm very late
It's not Pegasisters, it's Pegashisters. You know, like James Jarls. Hi, sisters.
on this, and yes, I already know how it ends, so don't come for me. It's already been ruined for me, I assure you. I did not read The Maze Runner before I saw the movie. I saw the movie first, and it was one of those very few instances where I actually liked the movie better. Don't get me wrong, the books are very well written, and I do enjoy them. I read Maze Runner and Scorched Trials in high school. I think it took me a while to get through Scorched Trials for some reason. I did get through it, and I have had this book for a very long time, and I just haven't picked it up. The first Maze Runner movie, in my opinion, was better than the book because I felt like...
If you think this video is good, wait until you see my my couple of videos I dedicated to this book, The Death Cure. I dedicated it to a certain chapter, and I did a movie and book review in the same video, and I got drunk on and cried on camera. Oh, there was also the one, it was Fan Fiction Book Club. It was a series I started but never continued where I read the My Immortal fan fiction in an armchair in my living room.
Like it was a little bit more realistic. In the book, they had electricity and
we will all watch this right now, so stick around.
Television, like they were keeping in contact with the modern world, and I just felt like it was a little bit too idealistic of like a survivalist type of scenario that I felt like the boys in the movie were doing that a little bit better.
Yes.
They didn't have that kind
Baba
of
Boo.
touch to the outside world, and they...
Queen, I'm tired as fuck. I'm a lurky decompress. Much love to you. And we'll talk more about thing from earlier. Yes. DM me when you can. I am off on tomorrow and Wednesday. So tomorrow I'm doing all video editing. Tomorrow is my editing and filming day. So contact me tomorrow, like whenever. And then Wednesday I'm probably going to be streaming. So whenever you have time, like decompress, do your thing, go to bed, get some rest. I love you so much. You're like a sister to me. You're like mommy and a sister at the same time.
Anyway. Kind of did everything on their own, you know, sticks and fire. Yeah, so the Maze Runner movie I felt like was better than the book, but the Scorched Trials
still feel
movie
this way.
and book are very similar.
This is
and
a
I do like
goated
them.
take.
I might have to read it again and then watch the movie
The sound
again
design,
to really
please. Oh
understand
my
the difference
god.
because I've only read Scorched Trials once.
Please, not
the
this.
movie
The sound
comes
design
out
is
in
bad.
11 days as of the recording of this video, and I want to see the movie for my birthday, which is on the 21st. So I have like less than 3 weeks to read this book, so we shall see. I
saw the movie in theaters by myself, And I did sob my eyes out in the theater by myself in the back row.
I'll keep everybody posted, and I want to do a review video on this book too. I think that will be another thing that I do, is like book reviews. And the last book I will be reading this spring is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare.
I never even picked this book up, but I own every book in this series.
Our Lord and Savior. Listen, I know Lord of Shadows is
No. Lord and Savior, redacted. That is a redacted statement I now fight against. Cassandra Clare, you are a chaotic menace. You are a menace. I cannot believe that you made us believe that an incest plot line was okay, and I allowed it when I was in high school. I cannot believe that I said that was cringe, but okay, I guess. Like, it was bad, obviously, but like, knowing that it was a Harry Potter fan fiction and like it was supposed to be a Ron and Ginny incest storyline, jail, prison time. Immediately go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. Bitch, that was hectic. That was chaotic. No.
Is already out. Yeah, no, I do not own it. Yes, I would like to own it, but I am also poor at the moment. I ordered this book. I think this was the second book I ordered for my 20th birthday. I ordered this and Carve the Mark. So I've read The Infernal Devices and The Mortal Instruments. If we're going to go by the series as
two goated
whole,
series, despite the incest.
Devices. I don't know.
Still goated opinion.
A lot better. Mortal Instruments has such a place in my heart, and if you want to be mad about Shadowhunters, you can hit me up in the DMs. Once again, we can be
still mad about
Shadowhunters and Allegiant together.
City of Bones movie was not that bad. You guys were just mad, and you paid it dust. The City of Bones movie was not that bad. Y'all paid it dust, and I'll still remain mad. That could have been a half decent movie series, but again, y'all let that shit fail.
I'll be full of salt together. No, but seriously, okay, I low-key love Shadowhunters in a way just because I love the actors who are in it, and I kind of enjoy the direction that they're taking it, even though it's not 100% the books.
100%, bitch, more like 30%.
I think they're making it more into like a teen drama than anything. They're putting like the Degrassi spin on it, but I'm not mad at it all the time. Like sometimes I get mad at it, but not all the time. But the books will always be better. And the movie wasn't that bad, guys. I don't know why y'all thought the movie was so bad. I actually enjoy it. All right, leave it alone. In the last Mortal Instruments book, City of Heavenly Fire, it took me a very long time to get through that book because I didn't like the changing of perspectives between, what's her face? Emma? Yeah, between Emma and Clary. I just wasn't enjoying it. And I
still feel that way. I still feel that way about changing POVs in a book series. It does oftentimes throw me off. I also feel some sort of way about first-person perspectives. I understand that these can be a way for you to, like, hear a person's inner thoughts and like talk to a character in a way, but it reminds me too deeply of 50 Shades of Grey and Anna's inner goddess and shit. Like, I don't like first person perspectives. I am really a big fan of third person omniscient personally.
With some Jace chapters in there too. I don't know. It's been a while, and I don't have a hard copy of that book either. Listen, when I was in high school, I read so much, but I didn't read physical copies of books. I used to pirate them and put them on my iPod Touch before I got my iPad Mini, and I would read them on my iPod or iPad, and I would just blaze through them because reading on online, I would just keep scrolling and scrolling, and I would finish a book in like 3 days, but I've never owned physical copies of those books. Like, I don't own the entire Harry Potter series. I don't own the Mortal Instruments. I don't own all of the Infernal Devices, and that's something that I'm working on because I'm so good at buying books that come out and then never reading them, but books I actually have read, I don't own them all because I've never had the money to just go and serial buy books all the time. I hope to change that. So I think you've noticed that there's a definite trend. There's a trend in blue this holiday season. And just like my blue highlighter on today, so it's the spring season of blue books. Okay.
Bitch, you can't even see a blue highlighter. Bitch, you can't even see it, cause you can't see anything in this grainy ass stupid video. This is the grainiest like stock footage. This is a hostage situation. This looks like in a horror movie when the serial killer sends a hostage video to the cops to taunt them. That's what the video quality of this shit looks like. And the sound design is even worse. Who approved this? The budget was not high enough. Honest to God, the budget was shit. I honestly think I filmed this when I still had an Android. I don't even think I had an iPhone then. That explains everything.
So that is all for today. I have no idea when I will post this, but I will start editing it immediately.
Shouldn't have
and whether
posted
or not
it.
I post it like in the next couple days will be whatever. But I hope to read the death.
The promise ring on my finger, I want to throw up.
By the time I go see the movie, and if I don't, well, I guess I tried, and that's the theme of 2018. Self-care, and I tried. Okay, no, seriously, I should be able to read this book in literally a few days. Like, I'm gonna give myself like 4 days as a max that I could finish this book if I really put my mind to it. As of right now, there's another week before the semester starts, so if I could get in a good dent right before it starts, then I could probably finish it within the first week of class. Fingers crossed.
Why?
But that is all for this video. For every like and new subscriber, I'll tell Lachlan that he's a good boy. He is staying with a friend of Ben and I's.
Oh, I remember that sign off. For every like and new subscriber, I'll tell Lachlan he's a good boy. That was my friend's cat. He is a good boy.
I will be visiting him from time to time, so he won't be disappearing, I promise. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a great new year, and I'll see you later. Bye!
See you later. Bye. Ew. Okay. This video is iconic. This. Oh, no. This video is iconic behavior. This is the filming of my live reaction to chapter 55 of The Death Cure. It has 157 views, which, yeah, I did that. I did that shit. I said, here's a 3-minute video of me having an emotional meltdown because of chapter 55 of The Death Cure. This was not scripted. The event itself was spoiled for me, but I didn't know how or what happened specifically, so I wanted to film my live reaction. Also for YouTube, I'm giving my written confirmation I'm 21 years. Who's gonna come breaking down your door? Fuck 12. Sorry for the poor audio. Also, I'm sorry, my phone kept refocusing every 10 seconds. Oh God, the last, yeah, the comment at the bottom is my ex-boyfriend. Anyway. I said I have to be quiet because my roommate's sleeping. And this camera is not inverted. Look at all of my syllabi taped to the wall. I used to tape all of the week by week assignments and shit to the wall and cross them off as I did them. Here I am reading. Here I am reading. Hydration. Same. Bro, did you watch the Logan Paul WWE fight? It was so cool. No, homie, I'm poor. I'm not gonna pay to watch Logan Paul get beat the fuck up. I mean, good for him, though. I mean, Logan seems to be having, like, a redemption arc of sorts, which I didn't think that was gonna be happening in the timeline, but, like, good for him, I guess. Happy 1.5 years, Gia. Well, thank you. Oh, sorry, wrong stream. Well, since you're here, you could stick around, bud. Happy 1.5 years, Gia. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's been a 1.5 years. I can't believe it. Wait, I don't. All the subtitles are passing by really quickly. Hold on. I'm reacting to my old YouTube content because we made it to a sub goal. Oh, I was reading. Seeing Newt all battered up broke me. I can't even like see. The subtitles are all covered up. It's gonna happen. I said it's gonna happen. I'm freaking out. My camera won't stop refocusing. The lighting, there is none. It says pain but over here, by the way. There was a love triangle thing. I said I didn't like the love triangle that was happening. The love triangle between Thomas, Newt, and Teresa, to be open and honest. We all know Newt was gay as hell. We all know that, right? I really like learned how to do all of these text effects and I just like went off. They look really bad, but like I thought this was so good. I was like, that's it? Close the book. Yep. Pain. This did hurt. Then I got up. Not the peach Seagrams, girl. You know better than that. This was true pain. This was true pain that I was willing to pick up just about anything. If you pick up peach Seagrams to numb the pain, you might as well just swallow isopropyl alcohol. Ew. I was crying. I did cry. I did cry a lot. I did cry. I loved the dramatic stopping of the music here. I thought this was so good. Like, I really thought I did something when I made the music stop. What did I say? I said I'm gonna need more. How am I gonna get through the movie? Which, just to remind you guys, I went through the movie. I went to see the movie by myself. Oh no. I saw the movie by myself in the movie theater. And I was crying in the theater by myself. The people by me were laughing at me. Also, just to explain, I was sitting on the floor in front of my bookshelf. I'm sitting on a pillow, and like this was where I kept all my snacks. So like, this is all top ramen down here in the bottom of my bookshelf. Okay. The camera quality and the lighting is a little bit better here. Okay. How's the sound design, sis? Nope, I can't hear a word you're fucking saying, girl.
40 minutes reviewing the death cure. I just sat here for 40 minutes reviewing the death cure, only to find out that my phone not only didn't record any of it, but I was talking to myself for 40 minutes and no one was here to hear it. So
Oh, okay, I fixed it. Okay, I fixed it.
I just sat here for 40 minutes reviewing the death cure, only to find out that my phone not only didn't record any of it, but I was talking to myself for 40 minutes and no one was here to hear it. So I deleted some to myself
What did I say?
for 40 minutes and no one was here to hear it.
I got a lot to say. I'm gonna go play in traffic.
So I deleted some of the things off my list that were not as important for me to talk about, but I'm just going to give like a quick as possible synopsis of what I just said in the last 40 minutes. As it was for the first book and the second book, the romantic subplots make me want to puke, the love triangle doesn't exist, and I don't like Teresa. She's still a bitch. I don't like her. I don't trust her. I am not Team Brenda nor Team
Goated.
Teresa. I
Goated.
am Team nobody at this point. I
We're Team Newt.
ship Newt and Thomas more than anything. Like,
Goated. Goated.
them as friends. I don't even ship
Incorrect. They're gay.
anybody romantically in this series. Whenever
No,
the
they're
boys say
gay.
like their versions of curse words like shuck and shank and slum it, like it still makes me giggle a little bit. And it shows like they have their own like little language, and I think that's cute. Also, the world building was really lazy, and I didn't like the way that they described Denver. And it made me think, are we in the same YA universe where Divergent exists? Like, we're talking about real US cities here, so are the Maze Runner and Divergent in the same universe? Like, what's the tea? I know Brenda's played by Rosa Salazar. Every time I think about Brenda in my head, or when I visualize myself reading this book, I think of Brenda as Lindsay Morgan from the 100. She
Yeah, that's fair. That was a fair imagery.
plays Raven, and actually in my notes at some point I call Brenda Raven on accident, just because in my head that's who I think she is. Also, Gally returning was kind of impossible. In the first book, Thomas beat the crap out of him, but somehow he survived.
Say shit, you coward.
But in the movie, Minho totally kebabbed him. There was no possible way that Gally survived that. But still, I digress. I guess he survived. I don't know how they're gonna do that in the movie, if that's just gonna be like it was a miracle. In Denver, where they said they had a meal at the mall, they got a cab, and like Jorge paid the cabbie with cash. I was like, where am I? Honestly, like, am I in the dystopian future, or am I in New York City? Did the cabbie drive a Prius too? Let me know in the comments. The first 2/3 of this book were really
That was actually pretty funny, not gonna lie.
all over the place and just straight exposition, and then the last third of the book, like after Newt died, it was just straight action, and that was just really confusing to me, because it was just all this setup and building and everything, and then it just like went and fell off the cliff. And
That did happen. I struggled with James Dashner's writing. I don't know if I talked about this, but I do think about this now, and like what I reflect on the series as a whole and like how I felt about it. But I did struggle with James Dashner's writing because he was very abrupt. He was not a very flowy writer. It's not like I was asking for him to be like Oscar Wilde or anything, but I did struggle with his writing because it was too abrupt. It was too like choppy, and it was just, it felt like an action movie being read on a piece of paper. And like that for me, would go through like a page and a half, and I'd have to go back and like reread because I felt like I didn't understand like what I was reading.
James Dashner is such a concise writer that if you weren't
Oh, here
paying
it is. Never
attention
mind.
to anything, you had to go back because something could change in 3 sentences. And
Yep.
maybe I'm just used to writers being a little bit more descriptive, but for me, that I couldn't be distracted when I read this book because I would have to go back. And I remember feeling that way when I read The Maze Runner and The Scorched Trials before. I think I read The Maze Runner 2 or 3 years ago, and then I read The Scorched Trials right after, but then I didn't read Death Cure. The right arm is barely discussed. Like, at the end of Scorched Trials, you were introduced to them, and they were kind of like this renegade biker gang
what
that
did
was
my-
just, like, blowing shit up, and I thought that was cool.
What did
this
my-
renegade dust. Like, at the end of Scorched Trials, you were introduced
The movie,
to them,
okay.
and they were arm is barely 3 years ago, and then I read The Scorched Trials
I didn't
after,
see what
but
the
then I didn't read
subtitle
Death
said.
Cure. The right arm is barely discussed. Like, at the end of Scorched Trials, you were introduced to them, and they were kind of like this renegade biker gang that was just, like, blowing shit up. And I
Yep.
thought that was cool. I had just finished reading The Scorched Trials before I went to go see the movie, so I thought, oh, maybe they're bridging into the Death Cure because there's just so much to talk about in the Death Cure that they need to talk about it in the Scorched Trials. Well,
No, it was just trash. Also, who let my eyebrows look like that? I mean, I know I keep the similar shape now, but like I arch them a little bit higher, but like who let my eyebrows look like that? Who let me walk around like that? The next year I was living with my best friend who's a drag performer, and like my makeup like, really went up from here. I mean, look at the shit I do now. All this glitter on my face.
they're obviously going to go off base because the right arm in the books was just like this rebel group that no one ever talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And they just ended up being the antagonists in like the last 50 seconds. Like, they were ghosts. You didn't see them, hear them, know where they were, who they were, what they were doing, what their aim was, nothing. They just hated Wicked and wanted to destroy Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end of that. The Wicked is good part, coming full circle with Chancellor Paige being the one that saved them, was lazy. That was
Still
honestly
agree.
the laziest outcome I could have ever imagined. Also, Jansen having the flare and then sacrificing Thomas for a meh, maybe this'll work cure was also lazy, because selfishness is totally the A1 prime motive for villainy. Totally. Chancellor Paige orchestrating all of the
I was so pissed. Like, I was so salty.
Immunes disappearing, and then it turns out that she did it all along, was also really lazy, because a good fourth of the book is going on and on about discussing, like, where the Immunes are, who's taking them, why are they taking them, why does everybody hate them so much? Like, you're in a city where they say, oh, everybody hates Immunes because they're immune and they can't get sick and they're disappearing. Like, you think this whole time that people are killing them off, but really, the leader of Wicked turns out to be the good one, is like kidnapping them and placing them in the only place where no one would think to find them.
And they never
says,
talked
like,
about
oh,
it.
You guys are the real key to like saving the universe. Lazy.
They
I almost
and they
wanted
never
to believe that the
and they never fully went over it either. Like they never like went back and like talked about almost why they were kidnapping the Immunes and taking them. It was like they were just taking them out of danger. That was it.
Denver scenes were a commentary on modern society because it was dystopian but relatable, like almost like a cautionary tale. The city scenes in the Scorch Trials were like straight dystopian. There was no mistaking what genre you were watching when you were seeing all the city scenes in the Scorch Trials, but also because I think that they were, you know, out in the middle of a desert. But the city scenes in
A
Denver
CGI
were
desert.
so lazy when it came to world building, and it makes it
Took a shot every time I said lazy.
dystopian theme feel really blurry because James Dashner puts in these certain things like all the technology that Wicked uses, and then he does things like put electricity in the Glade, and he puts cabbies in Denver, and then you have this equivalent of a dystopian Starbucks. I mean, come on, that coffee shop scene.
Yeah, you've got cabbies in Denver. Confirmed there are never cabbies in Denver. You can't get a cab in Denver even now.
We were all thinking the same thing. I mean, I would think in a
Were
world
we?
where you have like Star Wars-esque transportation options with the Bergs that are kind of like a cross between the Millennium Falcon and those like shuttle floating bussy things that you see in the prequels,
So floaty bussy things.
that there would be other things there, that the world building would be not as lazy. It was like the world was so ordinary but so different all at the same time. It was like the Jetsons, but everything sucks. Hey guys, we
That was a good line. That was catchy.
have these cool floating buses and we still have Starbucks, but like the world sucks. This love triangle? What? I know that Teresa and Thomas were like best friends before the maze and their lives before the maze, but Thomas spends like the most of the first book, I'd say like a good half of the first book, and the entire second book and part of the third book pining over her about where she is, what she's doing, why she betrayed him, what she had for breakfast. Like, he just obsesses over her, and you would think that she would be the love interest. I want to believe that before the maze they were just really close friends and nothing romantic ever happened between them, but all of that setup between them made you think that it was going to be like this romantic subplot. The movies, in my opinion, and I broke this, like, this is a cardinal rule, but I've always felt like the movies did so much better with sustaining that dystopian theme. Now, before you cut me off, I just feel like
What did I just do?
this is a cardinal rule, but I've always felt like
Did I really take out a pair of scissors as a prop to visualize like before you cut me off? Because I was criticizing the fact that the movies were better than the books.
the movies did so much better with sustaining that dystopian theme. Now, before you cut me off,
I need to
movies
screen
did
cap
so much
this.
better with sustaining that dystopian theme. Now, before
This is camp. This is the campiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Who told me I was funny? 'Cause they were fucking lying. I'm funny now. The trauma made me funny. But like, who told me I was funny back then? 'Cause they were lying, Your Honor. I'm gonna need a redaction from whoever told me I was funny. I'm loving the book in the background, and you're gonna notice like the book is like on the bookshelf in the background, like holding it there. And then when I change to go see the movie, I just put a picture of Newt on my iPad.
you cut me off, I just feel like the movies were so much better paced too. Like,
Oh
it
my
went from
God.
inaction to action to inaction to action, but the books are just so many chapters of inaction and then straight action all the way to the end of the book.
Yep, I still feel that way.
Scenes in the Glade felt more survivalist. In the books, when Frypan was explaining about how they had electricity and a television, I was like, where are we, honestly? It just felt so unrealistic to me
Unrealistic. This is a dystopian YA series.
as a dystopian future. Like, you're putting kids
Rest my
in a
case.
maze that you created and killing them, taking away all their memories, but you're gonna give them an Xbox? I just...
Still funny. That's hilarious. I still feel that way. You're gonna do all of this and give them an Xbox? Goated comment.
That was just very unbelievable to me. The deconstruction of Newt's character was probably the saddest thing that I had ever encountered because
Ever encountered? Bitch, you're gonna go through some heartbreak. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
he was always the one that kept everybody together, and he was the one that thought everything through. And Minho, especially in the third book, is very impulsive and reckless and angry. And Thomas starts to become the same way, but all up until this book, Newt has always been the one that thinks things through and is the glue that holds everybody together. But then when he finds out that he's not immune and that he's sick, that just all goes downhill for him, and you can see he gets angry and he's mad at Thomas and Minho. He becomes distant from them. It breaks my heart for him because he just becomes slowly more and more unhinged. And when Jansen tried to bait Thomas and say like, oh, Newt's not doing as well as you think, and he's gonna die faster than you think he is, and he was trying to pressure him into giving Jansen the cure.
I'm gonna eat my last crab rangoon.
Cure. The death cure ended up being literally a play on words, because the cure was for Thomas to die so Jansen could maybe possibly live. I don't know. Like, it was really strange. At the end, it was just like, oh, JK, everyone has to just go off into the Amazon rainforest and start over society because everything sucks and none of our methods ever worked in the first place.
Yep.
And Thomas never deals with Newt's death. He says to himself he's not going to tell Minho, and he's not going to talk about it. And he spends like the whole next page in the next chapter talking about like, oh my god, I can't believe I just killed my best friend. Oh my god, I can't believe I just killed my best friend. And he doesn't ever get over it. He doesn't confront it. He doesn't talk about it. Nothing. He just ignores it and moves on. And then at the end, like, everybody lives happily ever after in the rainforest. I'm confused. I did not.
The budget was not high enough for the Zoom. Who did that?
Like, everybody lives happily ever after in the rainforest. I'm
I look like a Minecraft character.
confused. I did not trust Chancellor Paige more than I could throw her. Honestly. She's like this omnipresent figure that's everywhere and nowhere at once. You barely ever see her. And
She's God. That's the answer.
she's the one that orchestrated all of this drama and put everybody's lives in danger. But then in the end, she turns out to be the good one that sets them free. I didn't trust it. Here's an escape plan for you to get out, and you could take everybody with you. All of the immunes that I hid for their own well-being and didn't kill them.
That was funny. Hold on. I gotta rewatch that.
Free, I didn't trust it. Here's an escape plan for you to get out, and you could take everybody with you. All of the immunes that I hid for their own well-being and didn't kill them.
Who? This transition.
With you, all of the immunes that I hid for their own well-being
And didn't kill them. This transition to the zoom, to then the slow zoom, and then the full zoom. When I rolled my eyes, iconic.
There was just a whole lot of flashing going on in my
The emojis.
head. Lots of red flags. You had to put a giant sign on her forehead, as well as Jansen's that says, "Don't trust me." Overall, the book is good. It's not great. It's not bad. I'd say I'd give it like a 3.75. I wouldn't give it a 4, but I wouldn't give it like a 3. So I haven't heard that much about the movie yet, but I do know that they are changing things a little bit, so I'm wondering like what they're going to change and to what extent. I wouldn't be that unhappy with any changes because the book was just so fast-paced that I feel like the movie could slow it down a little bit, but we'll see what happens when I go see the movie and how hard I cry when I see Newt die. Let's be honest here, I'm probably going to come back to this review with that same bottle of vodka. So,
Yeah, the peach Seagrams. I really was going through it, wasn't I?
I'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
Why did I do that? That was so stupid. I love the change in prop. As you can see, like I said before, you got the change, you get the book, and now you have the overexposed picture of Thomas Brody Sangster. As Newt, I had the biggest crush on Thomas Brody Sangster back in the day. Oh my god, mwah, white boy of the month. That British little sardine could have gotten it any day. I did sob in the movie theater. I used the graphics, the same graphics. The zoom. I did cry about this. Like,
So,
yeah, these were real tears, bro. This is just how ugly I am when I cry.
you know, I might have given the indication earlier that I didn't like the book.
Bitch, you gave it a 3.75 and you said it's not good. It's good, it's not great.
To be honest, I really didn't. That
Well, there you go then.
out of all the changes that they made in the movie, all the changes they made, you would think maybe we should save Newt.
They didn't. Oh my god, it was so bad. The movie made it even worse because I think I talk about this. Let me just shut the fuck up.
I don't care about Teresa. I wanted her to die. He
Goated.
10 seconds, maybe 5.
Maybe 5.
Everything would have been okay. It hurts.
Please.
I would have saved you.
Please put the peach Seagrams down. Put the peach Seagrams down. You are hurting yourself. This is self-harm. Somebody should have called a psychiatrist on me. I needed a grippy sock vacation. Then
You know,
the sound change. The budget was not high enough. Kevin MacLeod, like, where is his Emmy?
I really thought Thomas and Brenda were gonna end up together because they did in the book. If we were gonna go with all of the bombshells, then I thought they were gonna end up together.
And they
but
didn't.
They didn't. And he kissed Teresa, which he didn't in the book. I think what the book succeeded at doing, that the books did not, was fulfilling the setup for the Teresa romance. And then he just kind of left Brenda hanging, whereas in the books he kind of reciprocated. I'll be honest, when the movie first started, a bitch was confused. I was like, where are we? Where did we leave off? What's going on? But I have to admit that I stand by what I said, that the movies are better than the books, for the reason that they have a better hold on the dystopian theme.
Period.
And it's not as discombobulated everywhere in
Period.
tone and in theme and in pacing. That's not to give any hate towards James Dashner. I love his work and what he's done for us.
For what he's done for us.
But then took him away from us like the bastard he is.
Put the peach Seagrams, girl. No, Gia, put the peach Seagrams down. Put the peach Seagrams down,
The
girl.
bastard he is.
Why did I call James? I did not need. I'm sorry, James Dashner. I did not. I know you did not see this YouTube video that has 98 views. I know you didn't see it. I do apologize for calling you a bastard. This book was whack, though. Put the peach Seagrams down, Gia.
It still hurts. If I were
No, it still hurts, and so did the vodka going down your throat. It's like tasting isopropyl alcohol. It's like LaCroix, but vodka. It's like a whisper of fruit at the end.
to give the movie a scale on a rating of 1 to 5, like I did the book, I gave the book a 3.75 because it wasn't good enough to be a 4, but it wasn't bad enough to be a 3.
What was the rating on that? Like, I really said it's not good enough to be a 4, but not bad enough to be a 3, and I said it was a 3.75. So, like, what happened to the 3.5? Like, you just went 3.75 because it was almost good enough to be a 4, but it was like 3.5 was too close to 3 stars? What is this insanity, girl? Who wrote the script?
If I were to give the movie on a scale of 1
My hair looks cute, though.
to 5, I'm going to give it a 4.5
Why?
just for overall everything.
Why?
Like the fact of having a actual physical cure, and it's not just a metaphor, it's a real thing. Taking points away because Thomas almost died, and I thought he was gonna die for a hot second. A little bit away because Teresa and Thomas kissed. But mostly, it's because they didn't save Newt.
Yep, and they could have.
out of
And they could have.
all
And
the
they
changes.
fucking could've.
Basically, if you have not read the book, you're gonna be okay. You're not missing anything. Really, honestly, you're not missing a thing. They didn't go in line with the book at all. And in a way, I was thankful for it. Really, the only movie that's been semi-loyal to the source material is The Maze Runner. Second one, it wasn't. And third, obviously not. One thing that had me confused for a good minute was the fact that the right arm and the crank army were two different things. Because here we had in the books where the right arm ended up being the ones that like took over everything.
The fucking
and
trumpets.
they were the ones that messed up the city, and they were the ones that destroyed
Let me
Wicked.
blow that
And
whistle,
Gally was
baby,
aligned
whistle,
with the right
baby,
arm,
let
so he
me
ended
know.
up being on like the bad guy.
Please kill me.
Side. But then in the Death Cure, there was a crank army that Gally was a part of, even though he was immune, and then he ended up fighting with the right arm. Like there was like an additional antagonist, and the right arm was made the good guys again. And that's what I thought they should have been this entire time, is they should have been the good guys. But the book never really gave them that opportunity. And I don't know, I kind of liked it that way, but I was just confused for a hot second, because when they ran into Gally, I was like, oh look, it's the right arm. And then I was like, wait a second, we already met Vince. He's the leader of the right arm. He was there in the beginning, and they met him in the Scorch Trials. Wait, so who's Gally hanging out with? I like that Minho acknowledged that he basically kebabbed Gally, and he somehow miraculously survived.
The self-awareness.
And, like, he pointed that out, and Gally just played it off like, meh, people make mistakes. I think the positions of Minho and Newt kind of switched around in the book to movie, because in the book, first of all,
I apologize so much to Thomas Brody Sangster for doing him so dirty like this. Like, the contrast and the oversaturation on this photo on my iPad is so bad. I'm so sorry.
wasn't
I should have printed out a picture.
been like kidnapped. It was Thomas that was kidnapped, but Minho was never taken captive by Wicked, and they never had to go rescue him, as far as I remember. And if they did, it was resolved very quickly. In the books, they basically told Newt to sit put because he was sick, so they like left him on the Burg, and then he got kidnapped and put in the Crank Palace, and then they had to go get him.
The
and then
Crank Palace? I forgot that
he basically
existed.
said, leave me alone, and then Thomas shot him, and that was that. But no, this time Newt stuck around, and Minho was the one that did
Thomas
nothing
Brody
but
Sangster was
wait.
trying to collect a check.
So I feel like that was
They
a
had to keep him to
disservice
keep he was
Minho's character, but
you know how Tumblr had like White Boy of the Month? Thomas Brody Sangster was White Boy of the Month for a while, and you had not Logan Lerman. You had Dylan O'Brien and Thomas Brody Sangster in the same movie, two White Boys of the Month in the same movie. Of course they're gonna stick around. He was trying to collect a check, and I would have too. I was an employee.
They played up Newt a little bit, and I also appreciated how much Gally was really involved. It gave him a bit of a
That's because I liked Will Poulter.
redemption arc that he really deserved, because Gally wasn't a bad guy. In the maze, he was looking out for everybody's safety, and he thought Thomas was a threat to that safety. So I don't really blame him for being the antagonist in the first movie. I still don't like Teresa, even though she might have kind of sort of redeemed herself. She just kept going back and forth. Like, she was pretending to be on Jansen's side, and then she was on Thomas's side, and she just kept flipping so many times. Like, she stayed true to her character.
Kaya Scolodario is such a good actress, but like Teresa's a
I'm really
hoe.
wondering if they're going to do the Kill Order and the Fever Code. I wouldn't be shocked, considering that the series has been so popular.
They're not.
But I'm not quite sure how the masses will feel about prequels. Prequels can be kind of touch and go. I mean, let's not talk about the Star Wars prequels, but I'm talking about the Star Wars prequels. Overall, I would say that my
The Star Wars prequels weren't even that bad. Shut up. Maybe that's a hot take.
experience with the movie
Anakin's just an emo bitch.
was better than my experience with the book. I think the book was just stylistically not for me, but the plot, of course, was good.
Goated.
I think maybe I'll give the Kill Order and the Fever Code a chance eventually, but right now I need to move on to other books that I need to read. I still need to read Lady Midnight and Carve the Mark, so I think I'll do Carve the Mark next, because Lady Midnight, I own Lord of Shadows already, so if I do Carve the Mark and then Lady Midnight, I can go straight into Lord of Shadows, and I'm not going to go between books and skip around and forget what's going on. So yeah,
I never read
think
it.
That my heart has been destroyed, and I wish Newt lived. Oh baby, you deserve so much better. I'm
Oh my god, I could throw up. You did not just try to trail your finger down Thomas Brody Sangster's body on your iPad screen. Jail.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go crawl in bed and cry and dream of a world where they saved Newt in the movie because they totally could have. Okay, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe, and for every like and new subscriber, I'll tell Lachlan he's a good boy. Thanks for watching me cry on camera. Bye!
Ew. All right. This is some iconic camp behavior that I'm engaging in right now. Oh, the setup. First of all, 10 out of 10 on the setup. Great, great setup. Okay. This was filmed March 20th, 2018, by the way. This was 4.5 years ago. I don't even remember who the person was. I turned my comments off on this. I don't know why, but I did turn my comments off. No, I don't know why. Should I be afraid? Okay, here we go.
Mutual on Stan Twitter that told me that I should do this idea. This is for you. Back by popular demand, as seen on one of my Snapchat stories. Insert here.
Oh my god, this was so funny. The friend that recorded this that was at my apartment was actually the friend whose house I left my promise ring at, where like the promising of my ex-boyfriend. Yeah, this was that friend who was at my apartment. It was at his house that I left the promise ring at. Nothing happened. The friend is gay. Friend is a gay. Nothing ever happened. Nothing weird.
Today, kids, we're going to be reading a real
This is iconic behavior.
piece of creative writing called My Immortal. Oh, what's this? Oh, look, and I found a bottle opener too.
I really thought opening a bottle of what's it called? The orchard. The orchard shit. I really thought I was doing something here. I'm cracking open a cold one. I'm cracking open a beer. No. This was before I got a taste of tequila. Now I would do that. Oh my god, the sound design. Someone approved a budget increase. I can't hear myself.
Tonight, you will be diving into your top pick
Please kill me.
for most likely to be canon. Move over, isolation, because here comes my
Isolation is one of the most iconic, period, iconic Dramini fanfictions. It is one of the best. It's probably the best, most well known. I cannot believe I snubbed Isolation. The best fanfiction, period.
immortal. Chapter 1.
I can't believe I did this. I want to. This is what I mean. This is the video I was referencing in my latest video when I did Crave, and the title screen, my thumbnail said Voldemort gave me a gun vibes. This is the video I was referencing. I'm gonna try not to pause it as much.
Hi. My name is Ebony Darkness, Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name.
Kill me.
With purple streaks and red tips.
Kill
that
me.
reaches my mid-back. And icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people say I look like Amy. Author's note, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish, because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are white and straight. I have pale white skin. I'm also rich. And I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm
It's in Scotland.
7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell.
Hold on. I can't.
And I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. I was walking
Not the preps. Not the preps.
Shouted a voice. I looked up and it was Draco Malfoy.
Oh my god, we stand.
What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. And then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. Author's note, is it good? Please tell me thanks. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom.
I deserve to be
It started
bullied.
raining again. I opened the door of
Oh my god.
closet and
Girl, you better put those dusty, crusty, dirty ass socks back on the linoleum floor. Not even linoleum, the plastic fake wood floor. Put it back because I can see the imprint of your foot through that Sprite lemon lime tie-dye head ass sock you're wearing. Oh, Lord Almighty. My toes were curled. Ew.
some blood from a bottle I had. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace,
Not the pentagram necklace.
on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in kind of a messy bun. My friend, Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner.
Feet, DK would be happy. Oh my god. I'm texting DK, be like, come back right now. I need DK to be watching this right now.
Foundation and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday.
Please kill me.
She said excitedly. Yeah, so? I said blushingly.
The fact that I put all of my Harry Potter books like stacked up like this, and I even put my little Harry Potter Funko Pop and like my little I put incense in that little dragon head, and like the smoke would come through the nostrils of the dragon. I really thought I did something.
Draco, she asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me.
I can't.
He said,
The constant adjustment changes. I promise, like, I know gays can't sit in chairs correctly, but this was just for pure comedy.
I replied flirtingly.
Flirtingly? Flirtingly? Flirtingly.
Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, good Charlotte are having a bit.
My socks are so thin, I can see my toes through the socks.
Hogsmeade told me, I love GC. They're my favorite band, besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped.
I gasped.
So bad.
Not the monkey spinning monkeys.
I can feel my standard of life decreasing by the second.
Who wrote this script?
What a modern romance.
The sound design has improved. Like, I don't know who wrote this script, but like the sound design is popping. Like, the sound budget has definitely increased.
Oh, look, sexy. Can't talk about
Oh, this is a copyright strike.
that on YouTube. Too spicy. Just to catch you up.
Oh my god, the zoom.
Can't talk about that on YouTube. Too spicy. Just to catch you up.
I can't even hear myself.
They were having sex against the tree and they got caught by Dumbledore. Standard.
The pause. The pause in the music. I really did that.
I don't know how much longer I can
Oh, not the monkey spinning monkeys again.
do this. Just one day, she eats Count Chocula with blood instead of milk. Evidently, we live in a universe where Hogwarts would rather supply their students with Count Chocula than Cocoa Puffs. Man, an alternate universe where Count Chocula is better.
I am cringe, but I am free. I need to be medicated. Somebody should have sent me on a grippy sock vacation.
I just like
Not the angry orchard. Again, thinking I did something here. Cracking open a cold one. For the coldest of cold ones. I can't believe I thought I did something. This is the whitest shit ever. First it was the peach Seagrams, and now it's angry orchard. Jail.
I would be up for a prequel of this because Vampire and Draco were a thing before Ebony and Draco were a
Jerry proof. Oh my god.
It's gotta be one of the worst parts. We started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me off before I took of my top. Blah, blah, blah. We went to bed and started making out naked, and he put his voice thingy in mine, and we had sex! That's how this is written. You know, I'm really glad it's sprinklers so my neighbors don't call in a noise complaint on me.
I think I filmed this at like 4 in the morning, by the way. The bipolar disorder was showing. It was just not diagnosable.
Carry on. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker!
Wow. We gotta watch that again.
Carry on. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! You know, sometimes I think that this entire fic is just a comedy. If you actually read it and you pay attention, the grammar just gets worse and worse.
Not the critical content.
As time goes on. Like, it started out like pretty grammatically correct, and then it just went downhill from there.
The whole thing is satire.
Thought about vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joe Madden. I remembered that Draco said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun.
Voldemort gave me a gun vibes. Now you know why. In Crave, when Leah shot Jackson, a vampire shot another vampire. It was Voldemort gave me a gun vibes.
No, please, I beg. Thou must, he yelled.
And Voldemort spoke like he was a Shakespearean villain.
Thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way.
Draco. I have telekinesis.
That's not what telekinesis is. This only has 5% alcohol, so it's not even gonna do anything, but it's making me feel better.
How?
Let's read some of the comments. Feels like I'm on MySpace in 2007. This is the most cancerous thing I've ever come across in my lifetime. Can you at least spell correctly or stop making your emo ass Mary Sue as cringy and gross as possible? How old are you though? Because this is immature yet so disgusting and should be off the internet forever. Wow. I've never heard anybody describe me so accurately.
Wait, what?
Because this is immature. Mary Sue as cringy and gross as possible. How old are you though? Because this is immature yet so disgusting and should be off the internet forever. Wow. I've never heard anybody describe me so accurately. I'm wheezing. Oh my god. Quote, he was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. Still a better love story than Twilight. Well,
Twilight was better.
are you happy?
Put your feet down, you gremlin. I can once again see thee. I didn't mop that floor in that apartment one time. And you can tell. Put your feet down. Oh, God, thank God. Wait, hold on.
Are you happy? I actually want to die.
That was good. That was good content. Read something. Put the turf magic book down. Put the turf book down. Bloopers. There's bloop. I forgot there was a blooper reel.
Back, dear viewers. Did it extinguish?
Did it extinguish?
Oh my god, did it die? Oh my god. No, my dragon! Oh, she did. She did. It's okay, baby, I got you. Oh, okay. Alright, we're good now. Sparks. Okay. Alright.
This is my personality. That was my personality IRL. The dragon did die. This entire fan fiction needs to be soaked in rice. That's so funny.
Without any further ado, we will jump into the fanfiction we will read tonight. Chapter 1. Woo!
Once again, I filmed this at 4 in the morning.
What? Don't judge me. God, can't even get tipsy on the internet without feeling judged.
There's 5% alcohol in that, bitch. You're not getting tipsy. It was the bipolar disorder. I'm flabbergasted. I think I have to watch this. I think there's something in this that's funny. This was a travel vlog. This may not be as funny, but I think there was something that was funny in here. I thought I did something here. Not the monkey spinning monkeys again, girl. Retire that track. That's my best friend, Killian. Who engineered this sound design? Please turn it down. Was not good. Not sponsored by Southwest Airlines. That's exactly what Tampa looks like. A post-industrial wasteland. I still miss it though. Austin was a lot of fun. Austin, Texas was fun. Admittedly, I did have a lot of fun in Austin. I would 110% go back. I would, like, if Texas didn't suck so bad half the time, I would live there. Like, I would live in Austin. Probably. I got free alcohol.
Okay,
I got free alcohol. Yeah, that was straight tequila. That was a tequila highball. Please kill me.
You know, I'm starting to realize why there's a stereotype that archaeologists and bioarchaeologists are alcoholics. I'm starting to see it.
That is a stereotype.
It's clear as day now.
We did indeed end up in a club. Hold on. We ended up in a random gay club at like 2 in the morning. We bar hopped, but like we ended up in a random gay club at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And we coded the first of 3 clubs. What is this text? We coded ourselves in glitter. My best friend Killian had glitter on his scalp for over a week. Someone come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
There are just random ass Polaroids of this cat all over the house. First of all, that's one hanging from the ceiling. Second of all, there's another right there. Wait, is this cat alive or dead in the photos? Who took these Polaroids?
Don't fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
The editing is so good. I think I need to like clip just that part because I do have that Vine that pops up on my on my Twitch channel. I need this. Hold on. Again.
Who took these Polaroids?
Don't fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought.
All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought. This editing is so good. This was when I was in my element. It took me a little bit. The editing was really bad at first, but this is when I actually started getting into it. And we're back. That was it. That was it. Millennial Capricorn becomes criminal mastermind. I think this there's no voice. This is just random voiceover, and the quality's really bad.
The hair color is right. My hair is black, but let's find a hairstyle.
This is just really bad.
So I guess
The house is really bad. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go over my Sims era that lasted 2 episodes because it wasn't good. However, all of these are public, by the way. But you should definitely watch these last 3, specifically these last 2, because they're really good. At least I think they're really good. You should. It's very podcasty in nature. I didn't want to. Oh my God. I refuse. I ain't doing it. Sis, I ain't doing it. It ain't happening. It's not happening. No. Anyway,